Yo, what up? Good morning, GMG. Friday. Oh my God, this week just flew by. Friday, May 9th, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler, Mando. Good morning. How you doing today?
What a day. I probably had my best 2 days trading for a year.
Wow. Yeah. It's one of those weeks, right, where like you can catch your best.
On the show, I was like, this is the trade.
No, don't that. We're another one. Yeah. It's oh no, you're fine. It's good. Sorry. Vanessa's trying to wear the OG Rogradio hat. I have one of those from like 4 years ago. What the fuck you wearing this hat? Anyways, I realized I'm the right one. It's memorabilia, okay? It's memorabilia, okay? We only have one of those. Like probably like there's like 10 in the world. Anyways, yeah, man, PEPE, woo, $5.3 billion. Listen. This show, you know, a lot of people left during this down period, and those who stayed gave you a lot of good calls. You know, and I'm just gonna put it that way. It's between the PEPE call, or the MOG call, or the REC call. I mean, we're cooking on Fartcoin. It's we've in Solana itself. I mean, big like. I don't know, man. I don't know what this is. We're holding hands here, boys. We need to put like a tipping jar. You know, someone here for sure has made someone in there has probably made a couple $1 million and wants, buy the boys a couple Aquanauts. You know, I mean, I don't know, you know. Someone's gotta have tails. Anyways, Tyler, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm wearing triple green hat, green shirt, green shorts to commemorate this day. This is wild. And I've been pretty much all in this market really the whole time, but I still feel underexposed. Like these candles are wild.
Yeah, they're crazy. I was just, Mando and I were talking about this, like as the show was starting, like what am I meant to like take a bit off? Like, I just don't know, which is actually kind of what I want to talk about today on the show later. So when we go through the market, let's actually talk about this, right? Because a lot of people are wondering, is this where I take off? Is this where I put more risk? Am I waiting for a dip? Can it go higher? So it's this weird period where it's like, you're really happy because everything's up a lot. And then you think, hey, am I missing out on the next move, or should I take off, or should I do nothing? So I think a lot of people are in this position today. I'm not gonna lie, including myself. I'm like, holy shit, right? So it's definitely a good thing to talk about. We'll go to Tyler's top 100. I'm sure Tyler has a lot to talk about as well. As yesterday was news galore, Tyler. It was just boom, 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 boom. It was a lot. So it would be great for you to break it down for us. We have the ETH giveaway. I mean, we're at this stage, forget the minimum $500. We've given away like at least $1,000 a day on the show. So you absolutely love to see that. So some lucky winner will come. And the code today, we'll just give it right off the bat, is MOG. I'm hearing there's MOG markets coming to Myriad today. Is that what I'm hearing? Is it today? I don't know. Rumor has it. I mean, rumor meaning Sims literally posted it on the timeline. But I'm hearing Myriad MOG markets coming, so that'll be some fun ones. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Wallet Connect. Wallet Connect is the connectivity network shaping the future of on-chain UX. If you've connected to Web3 app, you've seen Wallet Connect. That blue logo, it's everywhere. An icon of trust in crypto, as recognizable as Visa at checkout. Want to learn more? Follow Wallet Connect on X and Telegram to stay ahead of what's next. Shout out to Jess yesterday, came on the show. Very, very smart. And it was a lot of fun to have her on. Anyways, Mando, let's have this market conversation. I think everybody's eager for it. Who is the man, macro daddy of the land?
Can you dig it?
Yeah, GM everyone. It is a bit of a wild day. When risk happens in crypto, it happens fast. The last couple of days, if you miss them, it's kind of a whole year's worth of price action, or many, many months worth of price action for some of these coins happen within the space of 2 days. We saw the main mover has really been ETH, actually. I think that's the main change in majors here. And that is mainly after the Pectra upgrade. So it feels as though, because it's now gone deflationary again, people have gotten very bullish again on ETH, and was up. Well, it was trading at 1,400, right? Now it's trading at 2,300. Kind of a wild move. that in a month, right? Less than a month. That was about a month ago. 1,400. Now it's 2,300. So a huge move that in ETH, and mainly due to the fact that it's gone deflationary after Pectra, which has gotten people very, very bullish, and that led to a bunch of ETH memes as well, just like absolutely full sending,
Ripping.
big moves across the board in ETH memes, particularly PEPE, but you had big moves in MOG, and then just like every single ETH meme had a massive move. And then you've started to see also some of the 2024 memes have big moves as well. So Peanut up 90%, Moodang up 160%.
Whoa, wait, what? I didn't see Wudang. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
This tells you that risk taking is starting to pick up. It felt very grabby when I woke up this morning. It was just like, buy whatever you can before the US gets in. And yeah, like very, very aggressive moves now across the board in a bunch of different coins. So I don't know here. Like this sort of grabbiness, I've learned to just like to fade myself when it feels like that and be like, okay, maybe if everyone's grabbing, now's the time to be selling. I had a very good couple of days, so like I'm just kind of, I had that Pepe move. I'm kind of thinking about reducing here, but I do think that ETH suddenly has got the narrative, which I think is very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it's no longer the ETH rallies, the market pukes, it feels like, which is a good sign. I don't know what we're going to see now. Like it feels as though if ETH really does go here to like 3-4K, what does that do to the other coins would be an interesting one. Like I don't know what that means for Solana.
I mean, Solana's clearly going with it.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's going to be a very interesting month suddenly now. But it definitely feels like ETH holders are like, this is our time. You know, this Pectra upgrade has changed the dynamic of the chain, and like if we're going to grab the narrative, now's it. So I'm never gonna say never. Let's see what happens.
Listen, but in terms just gotta respect the pump.
Macro, we have seen very little. We obviously had the UK trade deal. There was some talk about the US reducing tariffs from 145% to 80%. I don't think that's necessarily a great situation either. So, and I don't know. Stocks rallied a little bit, but not that much. For crypto specific though, there's been a lot of like good institutional headlines over the last 24 hours. So you had Meta potentially looking at
dude, that's crazy.
And that would be a very, very one of the only big Mag 7 firms to kind of get involved here. You had, I think Missouri passed a thing about crypto gains being exempted, which I think was like a bullish sign. You saw Ripple SEC case being closed. You saw, I guess the Coinbase acquisition is quite a big deal, but like the big ones, I think it was the Meta one. The only bearish thing is that obviously the Stablecoin Act didn't pass the Senate, and it's just something to be aware of, that like the politics of crypto it's kind of drifted back away from us, which isn't fantastic, but it feels as though we're rallying on. I mean, Bitcoin dominance has gone down a little bit, but this feels like it's very hard to paint a bear case for Bitcoin right now with all of this adoption. It just feels slightly excessive in terms of risk taking this first morning. That's all it is. So
on that note, because the Missouri stuff, the Meta stuff and stuff, I'm sure we'll get into with Tyler, because I'm sure you're going to break us down all the topics, and I want to get into a bunch of them. Tyler looks pumped. What's he benching at the moment? It's so funny. Yeah. I think all the boys are hitting the gym hard. I think all three of us, right?
Big creatine. Big
Dude,
creatine.
I
is-
doubled my intake. I'm at 10 grams. I thought it was gonna bloat me. I'm feeling jacked right now. Anyway, so we'll talk about that later. Obviously not medical advice. But before going there, Mando, because that's kind of like selfishly want to ask you, but also I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. So you have a few categories of people. You have people who missed the move, which are wondering if they should chase it, which probably will.
They are
There's-
chasing it.
They are chasing it. So there's that. There are people who caught the move who wonder if they should add more risk or go riskier. So they say they caught the move and BTC is sold. Now they want to go down to memes, right? Further down the risk curve. And then you have people who just full on caught the move and wondering when and if they should cut it or some. So like, where are we now, right? Like in terms of this move, because this is a massive move. But when you zoom out of the charts, I'll zoom out of the charts. I'm like, whoa, am I really cutting this here? Right?
Zoom out with the charts.
So let's say you need some memes, right? Like let's take.
But I wouldn't focus on the memes right now. If you're really wondering whereabouts we are, focus on Bitcoin.
Okay, so let's
Okay.
look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin hit that range, right? It hit the top of the range yesterday at 104. So this is the range, right? Now, the range was this range, the Darth Maul here, that was 104 and 92, right? So it reclaimed the range and it hit it. You can tell it really rejected there, not once but twice.
So what I would say is that like what I just said is do not look at a meme coin chart and think that the market owes you anything returning to all-time high. Look at where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin has had a decent bounce back. This morning when I started to see Peanut and Mudang up like that, I started to think, like that's very grabby. Like if somebody's being pitched Peanut, or particularly Peanut, because it feels as though like no one even knew why that pumped, but that was almost like a mini top when it rallied last time. That's like the, oh my God, we just need to buy anything and it will pump. That's like the dregs of a pump, when that happens. And so that's why I was like, okay, now's the time. I've taken profits in pretty much everything that I own this morning. I still own the things that I still own, obviously apart from Epic and Rect. Mog, I got back in. I just feel as though I would kill myself if ETH goes to 3K here,
Mog doubles again. Yeah.
Really go. I cut my PEPE because it had been a really good trade. And I just felt like, if it's up 40% from this show yesterday, it was time to like take some profits. And what else have I still got? So, like I've got smaller positions in Fartcoin. I've got smaller positions in Tau, but I've taken profits across the board. Part of that is just because I just wanted to lock in a really good couple of days.
Have you taken levered profits or have you taken spot profits? Because you trade both. Like you have your spot positions and you have your levered positions.
I've done a bit of everything. I've also added a few shorts, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Trader.
Well, I just felt this morning like if you want to trade sentiment,
you're a trader.
You messaged me first thing being like, oh, I wish I had 5x to levered some position.
And I was right. So
Peanut
you
is
left me
going
holding
up.
the bag in Sonic.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Peanut has gone up 80%. Mudang's gone up 150. You know the feeling, right? Those are the signals that I remember from previous times where I'm like, just trade how you feel. And if everyone is desperately waking up trying to buy because they're like, oh, I'm going to catch the final bit, I just feel like it's time for me to take. So I don't care if it pumps a little bit more from here. Normally, when it gets to this sort of level, it at least after a couple of days, it calms down. So I'm just going to chill.
I mean, for us with the Peanut move, looks like there's like some weird stuff happening on exchange with like $700 million worth of volume on there. And Bonkai longing it, but a lot of them feel like there's
it's more just
catching up.
Like what is the pitch for Peanut?
There's no pitch. There's a cabal pumping it
to a higher level, right? And that is always like that's like the peak. You can never get that unless it's like peak frothiness.
I mean, the pitch for me, I caught the trade and I did really well overnight. The pitch was this. Okay, like $866 million worth of sex volume. something's
Right.
going on. And then you have the bonk guy all of a sudden just talking about it, like at the lows, similar to when he longed Fartcoin. You know what I mean? That's the pitch. I don't think it's like a chasing, because there's not much on chain. Like last night when I got into the peanut trade, there was only $7 million on DEX volume. And now there's 22. So people follow Bonkai is not big. They're not trading on exchange. There's someone making it on SEX to the tune of $900 million of volume. Right?
Yeah.
That's different to me. Yeah.
Don't you just? It's more just like a narrative. Like you can pitch that narrative at many other times, and it's normally towards the top, right? Like
Yeah. Let's see what Mudang
own this because we can pump it, right?
Yeah, Mudang's the same, right? Look at this. Similar story.
Mudang has got a bit more of a genuine community to it than Peanut, right?
But
Peanut was like,
yeah, no,
and then went to 2 billion.
Yeah, they have a lot of all of a sudden, all their holder bases. Like you could see it happen to Chill Guy. Like someone did the same shit. It seems like if you look at the daily holder count on these, all of a sudden, look at this. Like Mudang, look at this. Look at this. All of a sudden, there's like a mega green candle on the Mudang daily holder count. Like a lot of people, I feel, are trying to squeeze these coins. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's just whale games. You got to be careful if you're listening to this. Yeah.
I'm just saying that when I see that, it rings alarm bells for me rather than I want to get into that trade. I think I bought OSF messaged me being like, you should buy it, and I bought it. But then this morning when it was at 300 million, I was like, this feels like the moment the market turns, suddenly everyone's going to be like, oh crap, I was the guy who believed that final story.
Yeah, like don't get caught holding it here, you're saying, when it could go down here before they even send it back, right? Yeah. It's all short squeezes.
Something proves that it's probably towards just the short term. Like I'm never going to be bearish on crypto, obviously. I'm just saying that like I took profits across the board today. And we said on this show, when me and Tyler sat there when Bitcoin was at 78K and said, look, this is time to buy. I'm saying I think this is the time to maybe take some profits here.
Okay. This is Mandel's call. You heard him. You heard him.
I feel like I agree and disagree. So I agree with your sentiment on these, like this meme coin overnight blow off top. And I think my natural reaction this morning was, I got to enter some of these trades. How did I miss all these trades? And that feels like the wrong emotion, objectively. And I feel like I'm seeing that. I think people are waking up and like, where do I jump in here this morning? The answer probably is nowhere. With that being said, I feel like my gut read on Bitcoin is we probably see one more. We go 104. It comes back to 100K, and then maybe we shoot to all-time high in the next couple weeks. And if that happens, then I think you got to throw out all the rules. I think it's just a question of when do you think Bitcoin can go to all-time high? Because if it passes 108, I feel like everyone's coming off the sidelines and they're just firing crypto risk.
Yeah. Fair.
The M2 chart. The M2 charters are saying it's soon.
What's the M2 chart saying? When is it? When is it happening?
I think we've got one more dip coming up, and then it's
no. Mando makes a good point. Like when I even look at most of the charts that I'm in, like Fartcoin did cup handle broke, cup handle broke, cup handle. I did it again, right? It was perfect. By the way, clockwork. We talked about this thing in chat. Like when I saw Fartcoin go to $1 billion, I'm like, oh look, the handle forming, it's gonna rage, and then did the 30% in a day. So that was a good catch, and we peaked at again 134-ish. Failed to break that. Probably handle again. Probably break again. So there's a lot of easy trade setups I feel in this market right now.
I know the stuff I buy as well, and the stuff I will be buying too.
So what's your next move, right? So if you're kind of advising people about NFA, all that stuff, this is just Mando's thing. You're talking your own, like what you're doing. So if you're saying take some profits, then where do you put it back on? When do you know to put it back on? What's your next move? Like how do you play that?
I'll be honest and say I'm buying ETH beta. I'm buying PEPE. I'm buying MOG. I might even buy ETH.
Wow. Wow.
I feel like a few days ago you didn't even want to talk about ETH.
Guys, this is insane.
Trading.
We caught some
Pectra-
slack. We
guys,
caught some slack on the timeline for the show with Ovi the other day. Because we talked shit. Gainsey may have bottomed ETH.
Luckily, I caught the trade, but via Pepe and Mog, right? I haven't been paying enough attention, but like, if they can get a ultrasound money thing spun up here in terms of a narrative, like, I think that can run for a little bit. So yeah, I'll be buying ETH and ETH beta on a dip. Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, another ETH beta. It just flipped Bitcoin. Crypto.
What?
Oh, he's back!
Oh, he's back. Hold on. We got to talk about this before we get to Tyler's top 100 here. Here we go. Here we go, lads. The Bitcoin CryptoPunk ratio is back in play with CryptoPunks at $105,000 per unit. CryptoPunk, let's go. He's right. Let's go, baby. Tyler, I mean, dude, you must be euphoric right now.
It's so funny because like, I love taking this side of the trade, though. I've got more Bitcoin exposure than Punk exposure, but it's just wild how fast this was. I mean, Punks were sitting at like 75K like a week ago. It just goes to show you how fast these moves are. And then, like, if you look at this board, I mean, this is thin. This is a thin Punks board.
So the ETH, they're not up that much, right? But in dollars, because of the ETH pump, they caught the bid, right? Because in ETH, it was like 37 ETH.
So when ETH was crashing, so I mean, Mano said it, ETH was 1460 a month ago. So what happened was the Punks floor was grinding up in ETH terms, but ETH was so bad.
What a move on ETH, eh?
It just didn't matter for the price of Punks in USD. But then we just caught what a 40% move in ETH. And I mean, it shot
62% move in ETH.
Yeah.
Since April 21st.
It's crazy. That's
which is not that long ago.
Yeah.
62%.
And then Punks basically have held the floor, so they're not dipping. I don't know. I feel like they could go to 150 real quick.
Yeah. Man, are you buying a Punk? You made a lot of money. Just buy a Punk. Store value. Give it to your kids. You know? You said you want to risk on ETH. You know, just saying. Best ETH beta.
Yeah, like NFT collections kind of held their floors, right? So
they did. Like Bored Apes have put a strong floor at like 12, 13. Pudgy has put a strong floor at like 9, 11. Punk's around like 35-ish, 36. So technically, Tyler, you're back green on the Punk, no?
No, not quite. Well, I mean, it depends. Like mine's slightly above 4, so I think.
Yeah, it's true.
But
you could sell around here. You're probably 40. Like you're here.
I paid like 110, so I'm.
Yeah, so you're even.
Yeah. Would you rather own Mog or a Punk?
I mean, I already own a Punk, so I'll say Mog. But if I had to pick between the two here,
that's the kind of talking about. Like that's the question I'm.
Well, if I have to pick one, and I'm a trader short term, I'm picking Mog because it's much easier to trade an ERC20 by far. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. What about you, Tyler? Like I don't know if I have to trade. If you have 2 weeks to trade, you have to pick one. You're given 100K. I'm gonna have to pick the coin.
I think Mog probably outperforms on a short time.
Short term, yeah.
Yeah.
But Punks didn't dip as much as Mog did during that downturn, right? Like when it went from 1.5. It's not
a liquid trade, right? Like so, you can't get out
Correct.
of it. So
it's different.
Could I pose another question? What do you think about Solana here?
I mean, I'm bullish as fuck. But
3K. What do you think happens to Sol?
It doesn't change. I think this is the same story. Like every coin came to kill ETH, to kill Sol, and what now? ETH is coming back to kill Sol. You know what I mean, like it's like.
I would flip that on the other way around. I think Sol came to kill ETH.
Yeah, but then like during that period where Sol was like destroying ETH, it's like, oh, Tron memes, oh, BSC memes, oh, Hyperliquid, or this. Like, how many times have we heard that? And it didn't happen.
The death of Sol. Oh, I'm just saying that like it'd be very interesting market dynamic if ETH now rallied, and what that would do to Sol. And Sol, like, because Sol has the majority of the left curve gambling stuff as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, but if ETH memes run, right, and ETH NFTs run, well,
I don't know. I don't know what you think, Tyler, but there's some news too, like on the Leshner stuff. Like it's all in Solana, man.
That's where I was going to go. So I think Sol still performs very well in that scenario. I would say my gut is it probably runs 1-to-1. Like I don't really have a read on what would outperform necessarily, but go look at the meme volumes. And Frokai sent the link. Like they're grinding back up. So like there's volume, there's trading activity rising on Solana. You've got like one of the main narratives that was ETH was tokenization is going to take place on ETH. I'm not saying it's not, but a lot of these new players, Leshner's new company, Superstate, they're going to tokenize stocks on Solana.
Yeah.
And so you've got builders coming to Solana. The meme volume is on Solana. And you've got these new corporate treasuries spinning up.
Yeah.
I still like the Solana bull case.
I think if ETH runs, Mando, it's a situation if Solana runs with. It's not the other way. It's not like one or the other. I think it's gone so big that it's like and Sol, not or ETH Sol.
What does the Sol look like?
I'm definitely not as certain about that. Definitely not.
Interesting.
So you're saying you think it could be ETH runs while Sol like maybe consolidate 180 or something?
I think there's a world here where that happens. I'm not certain about anything. Like, yeah, the obvious thing would be like, if ETH runs and, a lot of beta will run, all that sort of stuff. But the pain could be that ETH runs now, and a lot of the left curve stuff or the big gains that you see are in ETH memes. Like, let's say PEPE does another 2x. Let's say MOG makes a big move. Let's say SPX makes a big move. And then Sol probably does well, but slightly underperforms, even on the left curve stuff. And then there's like this, was this the wrong thing to own kind of vibe? I don't know, but like that, I'm definitely not certain that ETH runs, then Sol runs.
Fair.
I don't know. I'm liking alts here too, man. Like I don't know. Like I never got out of our Sonic trade, and it's looking good again. Like
Sonic could really run.
Like
that's a very
it's
good trade.
Well, a lot of alts are looking good. Like what if Bitcoin does chill here? Like yesterday night, Bitcoin kind of like stopped running. Like it hit that 104 mark, right? The top of range. And it stood there, which it is right now, and the alts just kept going overnight. And I woke up to the same price of Bitcoin, but all my memes and alts up another 20 points. So there's also that possibility, right? So I'm looking at this one, which I still have a huge bag of, full disclosure. I'm looking at this as an alt, and I'm like, well, if it finally breaks that 61 cents, sky's the limit. Like hot air rises.
Run post the airdrop. That's my general view on it.
Yeah, and then this Solana, you're telling me this looks similar. Like you break 180, there's so much room here, right? I don't know.
I personally think that Solana looks precarious. That's my gut, and I think that could catch a lot of people out.
So if you think Solana looks precarious, do you feel the same way about its meme coins?
That's why I took off my Fartcoin.
Interesting.
I took off my Fartcoin. I took off Pengu.
Interesting. Wow.
A few of them, and I was like, right, I'm gonna buy. I want ETH and ETH beta right now.
Interesting. So you didn't take the trades off fully. You just reallocated to another. Like we were saying, like are people selling? Like you're not stable.
On a bunch of those trades, and the only ones I've kept on are ETH trades. And on dips now, because I also think the market could go a little bit lower here in general. Like I think Bitcoin could go a little bit lower, which takes everything lower. And then on those dips, I'll be buying ETH. I'll be buying ETH and ETH memes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess one macro thing we haven't talked about yet is we had the China-US trade talk this weekend, and if the news surfaces that like not much progress is made at all, I can see that being kind of a sell-off.
Yeah. I don't see that anymore in the bad news. Like I see the bad news gets you're right. It sells off for an hour, but I think it often gets shaken off the same hour, and then it comes back to its price. And then good news is great news. So I feel like we're in this market where it's like bad news is okay and good news is great. But maybe that's consensus now. Because I was saying this like a month ago and I caught the trade. Maybe now I'm the consensus guy. So I don't know. We'll see where it's at. What?
Market's not trading that well suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of topped it, you know. Thank you, Mando. Hey, by the way, you can, if you guys want to blame someone, we've shifted the blame to the Farouk.
The show to
Fuck
sell.
you, dude. Fuck you, motherfucker. You on here saying, yeah, we topped, I'm short. Get the fuck out, man. What's going on? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on, man? By the way, the code is MOG, raffleball.xyz. If you want to win money on this motherfucker's platform, sign up. Yeet.com. FOMO hour is the code. We get it, man. You're a big founder. You've done like $100 million of volume on Yeet.
I'll sort you out now.
I'm seeing KBM dunking on people on the timeline. I get it, man. I get it. You guys have made it. I get it. Okay. You're right though. Honestly, good shout, Mando, and thank
you. Every day. Can you imagine what that's like? Can you imagine?
Dude,
I can't. Really.
Brother,
that man. Yesterday he was just like in a massive mood because Bitcoin
so
broke.
I was wondering how he's doing because he hasn't been talking about trades at all.
He took a week off trades because he was traveling. But in general, I think he went out for dinner or something with like a couple of traders and then came back just pissed, just so annoyed that because he was like,
because everybody made a ton of money.
Bitcoin. I had 400 Bitcoin. Like, why didn't I keep it? Yeah.
I saw he was probably a little drunk too, and he was like, "Fuck, man! I did the math on the 400 Bitcoin. That's $40 million. That's right. That's $40 million. The proof is in the pudding. Hold your Bitcoin. I like. Have you guys been following? I'll go to you, Tyler, in a minute. But have you guys been following Pio's arc on the timeline?
Yeah.
Pio Vincenzo, like strong, just straight up BTC micro strategy, nothing else. Like, do you guys think this is viable in 2025 Bitcoin price at 100K? Do you guys think just accumulating Bitcoin beats the market in 5 years?
Yeah, I think
nothing else. You're not allowed to buy MOG. You're not allowed Bitcoin.
It's not for me, but I think it's for like 90% of people. Yeah.
What was the question?
Just Bitcoin. Next 5 years.
Does it beat the
You're not allowed
market?
to trade. Yeah, you're just allowed to DCA Bitcoin. You're not allowed to sell it. You're not allowed to do anything. You just have to DCA Bitcoin.
And that's been the trade for the last
15 years.
Forever.
Yeah, that's right.
But the thing is, like, if you show up because you like this game and you've got a 10K bankroll, I think you have to go further out the risk curve if you want to try to get into position to ever own a whole Bitcoin, right? So like DCA, do all that, but I think there's reasons why we show up and play.
Yeah,
further out the risk curve.
Yep. Absolutely, and we love the game. Speaking of the game, Tyler, see what you got for us today.
For daily NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler T on FOMO hour calls the kids can't miss.
Yeah, folks, crypto majors very green this morning. Bitcoin up 3%, 102.6. ETH up 15%, 2,300, leading the way. We saw several alts, ENA, Unity, OP, Hype up 15 to 20%. Standard Chartered, they came out and apologized. They said, we're sorry. Our targets aren't high enough. They had to raise their Bitcoin prediction, suggesting 120K for Q2 might be too conservative. So that was a fun one. We had some big news yesterday on a lot of fronts. So the OCC came out and said that regulated national banks in the U.S. can buy, sell, custody, and outsource crypto services for their customers. So that was a huge one. We talked about Coinbase yesterday, but that was an all-time high M&A for Deribit, $2.9 billion. We saw Robert Leshner's Superstate announced they're expanding into tokenized U.S. equities. They're going to start with Sol Strategies as their first offering as they actually operationalize this. We saw Ramp say they're going to introduce the industry's first stablecoin-backed corporate cards in partnership with Stripe. Rumble announced plans to launch a non-custodial Bitcoin and stablecoin wallet in Q3. Missouri became the first state to make crypto capital gains tax-free in that state. So a slew of positive headlines there. A couple of negative ones. Coinbase, they did miss a bit on some of their earnings yesterday. I think the stock was down. I have to check it here this morning. The Genius Act failed to pass that vote yesterday. Some concerns around Trump's ties. I guess the bill was changed in the last week. So there was some FUD around that, not enough time to review it. So the Genius Act did not get through. We saw the SEC and Ripple agree on a $50 million settlement. And then Celsius CEO or former CEO Alex Mashinsky sentenced to 25 years in prison. In token airdrop and protocol news, Boop. Oh no, they changed their airdrop mechanics. They slashed those creator airdrops to 50%. Boop down 40% on the day. The market did not like that change. On a lighter note, Rec Brands announced another Rec token buyback, baby, to the tune of $100 million. Market like that quite a bit. That Rec token is up. A lucky poly market better. I don't know if you saw this. He hit 101 on the new Pope, being Robert Francis Prevost from Chicago, hometown Chicago Pope, baby. The city was electric on this news yesterday. And this guy made like $60,000 on the bet. So nice little bet if he doesn't get excommunicated for having done that. And then the Doodles token, dude, went live this morning. It opened around 100 million or so. Looks like it's closer to 60 million right now. In AI memes, NFTs rounding this out.
Hold on. You don't get to just go past that.
Wait, what did he say?
Like you didn't just call that it should launch at 300 million.
Yeah, I was off. I was off on my dude prediction. I thought it would open higher than this. I really did. I think we said 100 million would be like where it might settle day one. Yeah. I thought it would at least have a run higher than this, and it really didn't. So it's at 73 million FTV.
Did you also see the Phantom's post yesterday?
I did not.
About the Doodles launch? So it's funny because in Farsi, Dudul means, Dudul. My Persian's in here. It means like a dick, And they posted this Phantom. You guys see that?
God.
I don't know. Am I the only one seeing this right? Like, man, am I wrong for this? Like,
I mean, it's their ghost, but
it's their ghost, but it looks like a.
I never would have put this together, if I'm being honest, without you having framed.
But how am I the only one seeing this? Like, am I the only one with a dick here? Like, don't you ever look down and look at this and like, yo, that's looks the same thing? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, Mando, are you seeing the screen? Like, am I wrong here? I think
you're right. I think you're 100% right. I don't know.
I'm so immature. I'm sorry. Anyways, we stopped Tyler doing his rundown. Keep going, Tyler. Sorry.
That's all right. AI market cap up 15%, back over 10 billion. It's at 10.7. A lot of those AI leaders were up 20 to 30% on the day. So the memes, It wasn't just memes, it was those AI tokens as well. We talked about it, but those OG memes, Mudang up 150%, Peanut up 80%, Flog up 60%. So there's huge runs there. The leaders were up about 10 to 20%. Pepe outperformed up 40%. That NEAT token is hanging around. Not a whole lot of action from that new meme class, the 2025 class on Solana. In fact, most were red on the day, except NEAT. NEAT was a winner. Those Hypeo babies and NFTs, those were up 50%. And then Julian Hogan, shout out to him, went from Doodles to being the CEO of Rolling Stone.
Saw that.
So that was a nice little headline for him.
Big upgrade. That's for sure. So look, a lot going on. That's actually pretty cool, eh? He was CEO of Billboard before, then he went to Doodles and then went back and scored a job at an even better magazine, it looks, for Rolling Stone. So
I mean, he did some cool stuff at Doodles. I feel like it was a little underappreciated. Also felt like he was kind of overqualified for that job.
I agree. I didn't like the message when they said that Doodles to move on from the corporate. That I felt like a stab to him when he moved, like that message. And
he got Pharrell to make a movie for them.
Like, dude, he did a lot. Like he saved the project during the bear market. Like he held it down. Not taking anything away from the others, like people like Austin that work their fucking asses off. Shout out to Austin Hurwitz, stuff like that never gave up. But I'm just saying, like, he was a good CEO in the bear market, and Doodle's one of the most hated projects, right, in terms of NFTs, like receiving a lot of backlash, and he really held it down pretty well. So shout out to Julian, congratulations on the new position. I think it's awesome. Anyways, Tyler, where should we even start? I mean, I kind of want to talk about the Robert Leshner news because it taps into what Manda was saying about Solana, but also this like Blockworks activity stuff that you sent me in the chat. So why don't we just start there? So Leshner is a fucking legend, man. So what is he up to right now?
Yeah, so he launched Superstate, and they're moving into stock tokenization, new blockchain-based marketplace for public equities. It's going to be first available on Solana. It's called Opening Bell. It was unveiled on Wednesday, again, allowing companies to create tokenized versions of SEC-registered stock shares and then trade directly on the blockchain. Supports real-time, around-the-clock trading and programmable securities. So that's going to be an interesting aspect to dive into here. It targets already available public firms. It looks like they're also going to go into late stage private companies seeking access to liquidity. And again, Sol Strategies is going to be the first issuer on the platform listing their stock for on-chain trading, pending regulatory approval. So they still have to get that approval, but that is coming. And I think people are excited about this. Like everyone's kind of spent this local bear market complaining about the lack of use cases for crypto.
Yeah.
There's nothing new. But here's a big new thing to do.
Huge.
Stock trading around the clock, and perhaps in a programmable way. I think
but see, that's happening on Solana. Like that's the thing. Like to what you were saying, Mando, earlier. That's why we're bringing it back to. It's like this is going to be all on Solana in terms of activity. You know what I mean? Like the whole like.
But did that save ETH when ETH was like that? I've become a bigger believer in what we were just talking about before, which is that the XRP trades at crazy level versus utility, right? It just trades because
it does make no sense. Yeah,
people believe it's a currency. I kind of feel like with the ultrasound money narrative with ETH, it may have got back the currency narrative, which I think is actually a much more powerful narrative when it comes to the L1 tokens. So if it was based on activity, Solana should be trading at like more than all the other chains probably combined.
I mean, this is the activity, right? It's still up a lot. Like it's still high.
Yeah. I'm just saying that like the actual value of an L1, I think is based on two things. Number one, it being viewed as a way for you to gamble. So like basically a currency for degenning, of which Solana has. And the second one is as almost like a store of value / currency that you might own for a long time. I don't know if Solana's got that. I feel like at the moment it's got the real like utility gamble token aspect. And ETH for a while had the aspect of like never sell ETH, you know, because it's going to be the best currency forever. And you're seeing whispers of that come back a little bit. So that's why I think that's a powerful narrative rather than because Solana doesn't have that. Remember, it like inflates at about 4 or 5% a year at the moment.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I saw your stat, Tyler. Anything you wanted to bring up on that activity board, or
yeah, just take a look at that pump fund revenue. I feel like that's an interesting gauge
is that in there?
Market sentiment. Yeah, if you scroll down like about halfway down, keep going.
Pump fund here.
There it is on the right.
Wow. Okay, it's back up a lot.
So like clear bottom there the whole month of March, kind of grinding up in April, and they're back over 2 million a day, up 100% off the bottom. So like the animal spirits are back, are coming back. The degens are active over there. So I think it's just an interesting indicator, something to be aware of, I think, when you're taking like a broader picture of the market and what people are doing.
Speaking of which, Cookie Off Fun, $11 billion AI market cap. That's a big comeback, boys.
It is.
It's a huge comeback here.
Massive comeback.
Virtuals is leading the way. Virtuals was up like 50% at one point yesterday. Wow. They've got that Virgin Points program. Their community won't shut up about it. I haven't seen anyone talk about the actual tokens they're launching. They're getting, but via this program, they're all getting these super cheap entries to these new token launches, and they're all printing. So it's a nice little flywheel for that virtual token.
Still no Coinbase love on that one.
AI16Z, shout out to Ovi. He stayed with it. It's up nicely off the bottom. I mean, it's nowhere near virtual. I mean, virtual is well over $1 billion.
Another perfect cup and handle that just broke out.
Yeah. I mean, so this went to 4, I think, at peak, right? $4.
4. Yeah. That'll go back to 4 with Fartcoin all-time high as well. They're both running him back. AIXBT. Should we talk about AIXBT? Because remember that on the show last week? Randall was saying, well, that's another one.
Breaking out too.
It cupped, it handled, and it could break out. Like, it's still top of mind share, guys. And you know what? Another one I want to give a shout out to. I've never owned it and never traded that Ava thing. That shit has been fucking strong. It's in all my mentions, and I saw there was some news around Ava Labs yesterday.
We're doing a little pre-sale for a new agent related to the ecosystem.
There was something that they cut a deal with someone.
Our listeners, you got a 48-hour pre-sale, so I'm gonna let you go find it.
Interesting. No, there was something though. There was a news, something that they did. The Mirror AI. Wait, is that the one that we signed up to the other day? I give you my ref code, Tyler. Did you use it?
You're thinking of that agent that you reply.
Ah, never mind.
Yeah, that's
Never mind. I'm not involved in this pre-sale. I don't have anything. I signed up to the wrong thing, clearly. But there was something.
I don't know. Then honestly, like I've been kind of unplugged from like the daily news from some of the crypto the AI projects.
But this is impressive, man. Like,
If you're unplugged, that means the whole market is unplugged. Just to let you know.
Yeah,
everyone follows you for the daily market news, dude.
So, I don't understand. So you were the most plugged in AI guy during the entire downtrend, reminding us of the price of AI 16Z every day. And you're unplugged now?
I mean, I've only got so much time and mental capacity. Yeah.
No, but I still use your board. I mean, this is your
when
board.
the bubble burst, it kind of like burst it, like
Yeah.
all of it for me. Like,
Yeah.
and we weren't really seeing a whole lot of innovation, still a whole lot of the same stuff. So like, are we really just going to run our AI agents back up?
How's this dog shit doing?
Because it's all the same stuff. Like we haven't, like other than, and what's not even pumping that much is Prompt is doing okay. But like it's like the actually most innovative new crypto AI launch we've
How's
had.
Zero doing? How is Zero still worth $47 million?
That's worth.
I'm pretty sure there's an article.
Wrecked at the moment.
I think there's an article, SF Standard Zero about the fake death, by the way.
Yeah.
Here. The San Francisco Standard. A crypto founder faked his death. We found him alive at his dad's house.
Yeah, it's messy.
So follow up on that. That's a nice photo though. Not gonna lie. So there's some closure, y'all. Wow, days away from his 23rd birthday too.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. On that, Tyler. I mean, yeah, you're right. This is moving. So yeah, wow. We'll see. It looks like it's all the same stuff that's gonna move again, guys. The market's short as hell.
It's all the old same stuff. And like it's
Fartcoin, virtual AC, XBT, Fi. Yeah. Goat. Fucking Goat is back to 100 mil.
Goat's back.
I fucking hate that coin. I hope it never comes back. You guys should bury it. Fucking Andy Ray. My ass. Anyways, I'm so glad they sold all their Fartcoin. That's so amazing. Oh my god.
OTC.
Anyways, OTC to Wintermute. Yeah. Even better. Anyways, let's not make time for negativity and fake narratives such as GOAT. Because we know Fartcoin was always the main narrative. That's the funniest thing for me. That was the biggest psyop. That was biggest psyop.
No Fartcoin without GOAT, my friend.
Brother, the AI picked Fartcoin, and then it made some cabal created the GOAT token and decided that they were going to go with that. And
I mean, that is a complete cap.
No, the Truth Terminal never had more than like $1 million worth of GOAT at a time, but had like $30 million worth of Fartcoin. You know?
Yeah, but GOAT was definitely the first coin here, right?
No, it picked Fartcoin as the best meme.
No, you're missing it.
Yeah.
You're missing what actually happened.
No, you're doing it again, Mando. You're doing it again.
You're the one doing it wrong, for sure.
No, and even Ovi capitulated and admitted.
I'm not saying that Fartcoin hasn't destroyed GOAT. What I'm trying to say is what you just said is definitely not what happened.
I will die on this hill.
Okay.
Fuck the GOAT token.
Maybe we have to have some respect for it for giving us the best meme coin of all time. So
no, not the GOAT token. The Truth Terminal did that.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But it's not. See, the Truth Terminal's real token was Fartcoin. But then there was a psyop led by
Truth Terminal never came up with Fartcoin. It was the other AI in the infinite back.
In the terminal. Right, but that was the original, right?
Right, but Truth Terminal never came up with it. Truth Terminal asked another AI, "Can you make up some meme coins for me?" And one of them was Fartcoin.
Right.
So that's why I said your story there is not actually what happened, because it wasn't created by Truth Terminal. It was created by another AI.
My story may be a little skewed by my personal hatred for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gary SR saying Mando's correct. Fuck you, Gary.
You don't need this
comment. Yeah. This is a good day for you, boy. All right. I don't need this shit right now. I don't need this right now. But I'm just playing, of course. How's our pubs doing?
I'm largely out of Fartcoin, so I'm just going to FUD it to zero now. You know?
Yeah, now that you sold Fartcoin, you have to FUD it.
The law is actually different. It's not correct.
And now he's going to start buying GOAT again. He's going to get Thread Guy fucking back on stream and
got
then
I
we'll
had
go every day.
Me and Threat Guy going back, you know?
I can't wait to see the stream. You know, now the markets are back. I can't wait to see the fucking Mando and Threat Guy stream telling you to buy GOAT, right? I just can't wait for those to come back. Speaking of pups, it's up 32% today, Tyler. So reminder to sell soon. And this time we will sell. What else do you have? There was a lot of news yesterday.
I think the OCC news was big. Or I think they telegraphed that this was coming, but now it's like official that banks are going to be able to buy, sell, custody crypto. And I think it's timely on the same day as Coinbase had their earnings, right? And I think it's kind of calling into question some of Coinbase's use cases here, right? Like for me personally, if I can hold Bitcoin in Coinbase or at JP Morgan Chase, I'm gonna hold it at JP Morgan Chase.
Fair.
I think it kind of loses kind of a core part of its business there. And then if you can trade with the banks too, like what do we even need central exchanges for? I guess maybe they'll have limited exposure, but like that's what we're trading on chain. You trade on chain to get your first cut at the tokens before they go to the larger exchanges, right? So if the banks are going to eat the sex game,
yeah, good question.
they won't have perps, but Coinbase is lagging in perps. I guess that's why they acquired Deribit.
I guess the thing is like there's even less layer of trust with banks and sexes. Like I feel like it's DEX, Sex, Bank. I don't know.
Little LA vape ball meme.
I struggle to see the Coinbase bull case.
Wait, well, what's that? What meme are you buying?
No, I just did a little meme for the timeline.
What did you post? Mando, what is Mando posting? Hey, I
Oh, God. How's it well done.
To be fair, Rasmer bought him Fartcoin with that video. He stayed around.
Yeah, respect. Put some respect on Rasmer's name for.
I have to say, Rasmer's video of Fartcoin was fucking funny, man. Oh man, that was like. So who's who here?
Oh God,
you can decide.
He's so
God damn it. Quickly, I know we're almost out of time. Boop did one of the biggest cell phones we've seen in quite some time. You know that cue the meme, the Breaking Bad meme. We had a good thing going. We had a good thing going, Boop. We just could have just let it play out, but you had to come in and shake things up. And I've never seen a protocol change airdrop rules middle of the game when half of the people had already been paid out.
Yeah. People did not like that, right? So what's up with Boop now?
So the incentive to launch a token was you were going to get 100%. You were going to get this pretty large airdrop, right? It was in tiers based on mind share on the Kaido meme coin board. So folks like D's had like 700,000 tokens, I think. If you were tier 2, you had 400,000, so on and so forth. There's some DMs circulating on Twitter this week. There were some services who were coming up to these creators, KOLs, and saying, hey, we'll briefly MEV your token up to the threshold you need to get all your tokens today for a fee. People started publishing their DMs. Boop takes action.
So what this is not related to Boop's team.
Boop reacted to this.
Right.
Yeah. So Boop in reaction said, okay, you can't do this anymore. For one, you have to meet the threshold for a certain period of time. And then 2, hey, you're not going to get all your airdrop anymore. You're going to get 50% of it now. So if you were getting 400,000 before, now you're only going to get 200,000. And the other 200,000 are going to your token holders, which is a fine. The thing is, like, that's fine. Like, I would say that that's a great way to have run the program. The problem is that they changed it in the middle of the game. After people already took actions under a certain period of rules and incentives. Now it all changed. And then the people who actually did use this service, they already got their tokens and sold them. So like it doesn't impact them at all.
Don't hate the player.
And then, Boop was 27 cents yesterday. Now it's 50 cents. So they lost $120 million.
Did you guys launch your coins?
No.
Tyler, I thought you were going to launch one.
I did, yeah.
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I didn't publicly talk about it. There was no reason to.
You lost a shitcoin? What were you buying?
I mean, 10 days ago.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Don't. But are you getting an airdrop? So wait, does that mean your airdrop is slashed in half now?
Yes, and
That's
then
fucking bullshit though.
and
Because
and now the token value is down 40%, so I'm down like 75%.
that's
I don't want to be the guy who's complaining about free money. Of course, it's a nice airdrop.
no, I know, but it kind of like you're not getting what like you took the risk technically to. I'm not saying it's bad for your name because you're not promoting or whatever. I'm the one fucking with you. But let's say you took the risk of launching something under your name, your wallet on chain for an airdrop because you were promised something, and now the rules change on you after the fact. So shouldn't it be honored for the people before? That's how
I think a cleaner way to do it would have been to say, like, okay, if you haven't launched a token, these are the new rules.
Yeah. And if you've launched a token, here's your full allocation.
Yeah. And then I think everyone's fine with it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. Fair. All right. What else? I know we got to get to our Yeet giveaway here. Was there anything else?
Rec buybacks, baby.
Dude, again.
Betting on himself. Love Ovi had the big week. Sold out the drinks. Token buyback. Market liked it. Token looks good.
He's got a lot going on, man. Like he literally gave us the timeline. Obviously, he hit everything that was on it, but there's a lot going on for Rect. There's something else happening this month, it says. And May. There's another May. There's a June. So it looks like it's looking good. My Rect is definitely looking very, very nice. Very nice. I like it.
It feels like it's a matter of how fast he can scale up these new flavors. Because there's money to make for him.
I mean, you know that he's trying to beat Red Bull, so that means 1 million cans. He's only 44% there, meaning that he has to sell another 640,000 cans. He averages about 225,000 cans per sale, meaning he's got to have at least 3 more sales to meet Red Bulls. That means there's a lot more coming between now and the end of the year, if you do the math.
I think he could have sold 1 million abstract apple cans.
Or maybe a half million. But yeah, you're right. But clearly, that means he's got a lot of sales coming. If he's trying to beat Red Bull, he needs 3 more of these, 3 more.
Yeah, it's only May.
Well, remember, it doesn't just have to be drops. If you're actually reading between the lines, that they're working with distribution partners.
Yeah, he's been talking exactly stores, distribution. Like he talks a lot about the Pudgy Penguins play. What did Pudgy do? Walmart. So what's the Walmart of Rect? This could be like I don't know, fucking Boots type shit, like in the UK or whatever.
Where do you want your drinks? It's probably not like
gas stations, probably.
Yeah, so it's
Costco,
it's that sort of stuff.
Mando knows something.
Well, he's literally tweeting about it on the timeline. He's hinting that there's going to be some stuff around that.
No. You know something more than we do. Well, obviously it's your company too, but
people are mentioning it in the comments already.
Where Rect F1 team. 7-Eleven, Rect F1 team. I don't know. Look.
7-Eleven, yeah.
I think he's gonna write about it soon. Listen, I'm an advisor. I have some stuff. I got my Rect. I'm good. Like it's a top 20 Rect holder, I think, or top 25. I'm comfortable. Maybe Aldi. We need Aldi and Portugal. You know, put some fucking Rect in Aldi. Would be nice. Anyways, is that where you do your groceries, Aldi, Mando? I like Aldi.
No.
Oh, damn. See, you're not native, bro. You got to be Portuguese, you know? Did you guys know Portugal water? 25 cents.
Aldi is not Portuguese, just to be clear.
Can I just make things up?
The big local supermarket here is Pingo Doce.
All right, listen. I got to go pack some more boxes, okay? And I got to go pay for freight and everything. I'm getting ready to get the fuck out of here. I'm basically, Mando, trying to move even faster and earlier. So, anyways. Shall we get to our giveaway?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Is Sim's back? Yeah, he is. Let's go. Market is relentless, Mando. Market's relentless.
Very nice.
Yeah. Too far gone art. Oh, look at that. A red guy. Dude, this is crazy. What?
He won, I think.
What are you guys saying?
I think this is the homie.
He hasn't won.
Too far gone art. Look at that. Let me get him on. He's already. That was quick, by the way. NFT collector, photographer, Hacky Sacker. Oh, Hacky Sack. That's fun. Mando, you play football?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's join our team. Our local Myriad team. Look, guys have a team to play every Sunday. Let's go. Let's play some football, man. Come on, bro. It's gonna be Ronaldo up in this bitch. What's up?
You're so Brazilian.
Yeah, I know. Because you know what? It's easier to speak Brazilian than Portuguese.
Way
It's
easier.
much easier language. Yeah, way easier. The Portuguese, they complicate everything, I find out. Anyways, Too Far Gone, what up? Can you hear us? He's hyperventilating.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you. Too Far Gone. First of all, congratulations for winning. Oh, wow, this is nice. Love that. Love that. Congrats for winning. Second of all, you've already made $500, so congratulations. You're already a winner. Third of all, let's play some games, yeah? Are you watching us on video or audio?
Yeah, I'm watching on video.
Video, even better. What should we do, lads? Lamb chop. It's been a while. Should we do lamb chop? It's on video.
It's got the best. Too Far Gone's a homie. We spent 2 days together at our house in Miami.
No way.
We were hanging out.
Yeah, we had a blast, man.
Oh, you guys were at that the rec dinner too, right? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard stories of Tequila Tyler out there. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, let's play some lamb chop since you're watching us on video, yeah? Do you know how this works, Too Far Gone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Of course you do. Dude. Reg guys, Rug Radio guys, Yeet guys. All you guys all the same. I love that. All right, let me I'm waiting for this to load. Man, no, we're stuck. Hold on. Refresh it.
Good load.
Hold on. 99. Oh, wait. Weird. It gets stuck at 90.
Is it your computer?
99. I don't. No, it shouldn't be my computer. It worked the last few days. Oh, there it worked. All right. Well, you know the rules. Let me put some music on. There you go.
I was asking, like, was it Sims or was it you?
So, $250 per round is what we're gonna do here at Too Far Gone. You get 2 rounds because you've already bagged $500 in cash. So for sure you leave it $250. We play easy mode, right, guys? Is that what we're doing here?
Easy
Well,
mode.
actually, Too Far Gone. Let him pick. Do you want to play easy, medium, hard, very hard, or Death Wish?
Whoa, let's do medium.
Yes, let's go. You can switch that in the second round if you want. All right, so let's go for the first one for $293. Okay, $293. You want to go to 358?
Let's go.
Come on.
Beat him up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go. Do we follow him?
Yeah, we got to follow. Come on.
Come on. Beat him up.
Oh, what a fake out.
That's too bad. That was a fake out. That's too bad. All right. Well, look, you got another 250. What mode do you want to go on?
Let's start easy this time.
Let's do easy. All right. Let's click on the first one for 250. Last round. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. There we go. We got it.
Let's go.
Another one.
Another one. Yeah. Easy.
Easy, baby. Keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, come on. Another one.
Yeah. He's going to beat him up. Watch this.
hold on.
No, come on. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn. Mando. Oh, man. Listen. That was a lot of fun. Too Far Gone. Congratulations, though. You still leave the show with $500, and it's a pleasure to meet you. Make sure I followed you, and thank you for following us.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you do, and keep it up.
Hell yeah, thank you. All right, Tyler, Mando, fun little gamey game for you guys. Little prediction. Monday, lower or higher?
On what?
I mean, you're short, so all right. Next, higher or lower in the market in general?
My gut is that we're gonna have a move lower here. That's just my gut.
All right, Tyler.
I think we sell off Sunday on the China stuff, unfortunately. So I think we'll be a touch lower, but still over 100.
I apologize for my co-host, everyone. I'm gonna go higher here. It's I'm a perma bull. I mean, I'm gonna have to go higher. I'm gonna give you guys the energy, the manifestation. With that, we'll see you on Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO on Rug Radio. Let's go.